There's 3 men sitting in here right now that are with women that were virgins when we got married, that are modest and aren't thoughts on Instagram trying to be boss babes.
We know it's duplicatable.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
Like this happens all the time.
So not an anomaly.
If I'm sitting here talking to a red pill guy, but yeah, man, that's amazing. But just like
Ruslan.
Calling that bleak and we're calling that out and saying it's empty. So why are we advocating for the same thing on the other side?
Because it's not going to change, bro. Feminism is here and it's not going anywhere. Like, women will not concede whatsoever. Like, they're going to continue to make money. They're going to continue to gain status. They're going to continue to, go up the ranks. Women are going to out-earn men in the next 20 years. I predict it. They're dominating men when it comes to college
being
graduation.
bleak about it is kind of a waste, because we've seen some, like, I think your answer is exactly what I saw girls in Eastern Europe doing, trying to get closer to God, working on their health, working on making sure they're emotionally mature. That's what Eastern European women are doing. So it's not like you can't just put a blanket over all the women here and say, give up and cut off your balls from your so that
No, I get that. I'm all for families, man. I've always said it. The nuclear family is the backbone of any thriving society. However, when half the equation of having a nuclear family doesn't necessarily prioritize a nuclear family, as a man, you got to make some adaptations because.
So did you hear what he said? Nuclear families are it, but half the equation, the entire female species, all of them are completely indoctrinated with third wave feminism, and it's just, you're too far gone. You got to be a passport bro and go get a chick from a different country to get any type of
passport bro is such a funny. That's hilarious.
To get any type of solid woman. Now, you guys are both married.
Yeah.
You guys are both under 25.
Yeah.
You guys are both married young.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Both of us were married under 25.
Yes.
Both of you guys are married under 25. Yeah. Both of you guys married solid girls who love Jesus, not Instagram thoughts.
The homie Jordan.
No body counts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so is this, like, what do you guys make of this as young men who got married young to women that you love, who didn't have crazy body counts, right? And Zach's wife's about to be a stay-at-home mom.
Let's go. Praise God. You go ahead, John.
What do you mean? I mean, this is asinine. Emphasis on the first part. You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. Like
John's so shocked to all of it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm just learning about this stuff. I'm like, yo, there's people that really, there's dudes that think this.
Well, for me, it's like anytime the pushback for a me and a John would be like, oh, that's selection bias. Like, you guys just got it good. And I'm like,
you got lucky. There's no more good.
Yeah,
because that's what they tell me. Ruslan, you've been married for 15 years, bro. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what the dating world is like now. And I'm like, yeah, but I know a bunch of folks under 25, newly married, with feminine women that aren't out there trying to chase being a boss babe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
2 of them are sitting here.
Yeah. And we know a lot more people as well.
Yeah.
We know it's duplicatable.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
this happens all the time.
So not an anomaly.
If I'm sitting here talking to a red pill guy, but yeah, man, that's amazing. But just like what? This happens all the time.
Really, what it is, it's like you are.
Hold on, real quick. How many women stay virgins till marriage? How many are modest and shy? There's 3 men sitting in here right now that are with women that were virgins when we got married, that are modest and aren't thoughts on Instagram trying to be boss babes. There's 3 of us right here, right now.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm 38. I've been married 15 years. These guys, how long you guys been married?
4 years.
Almost 2.
What do you want? The dating market flipped up inside his head in 2 years and feminine. No, we're right here.
Yeah.
We're right here. We're right here telling you that this is what it is.
I mean, I've always just kind of leaned back on the fact that you're just going to attract what it is that you put out. I mean, if you're
values wise.
Yeah, values wise.
If you're a thought as a dude running up your body count, guess what you going to attract, my guy?
Well, bro, you're a thought daddy. You understand? And you're
going to attract thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. This is what you put out there, and this is what you're getting at. You're just what you're getting back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not rocket science.
Yeah.
Stop being a douchebag.
Hey, did you know that you can watch videos like this on the Spotify app? We now are on Spotify under Ruslan Bless God Podcast. So if you're driving and you want to go back and forth between listening to the podcast and just the audio or watching the video, consider doing it now on the Spotify app, as well as all podcast platforms. All right, I'll see you over there. Yeah, okay, that doesn't help guys who are 23 plus, marriage with virgins, just tend to be better. Okay, so it doesn't, okay, first of all, you got to have imagination. If you already believe it's a zero-sum game and there are no good women out there, which is what Fresh and Fit wants you to think, whether they're doing it intentionally, maliciously or not, they want you to think that half the equation, that most girls are thoughts with crazy body counts and they're on the carousel and they wait until they hit the wall to settle down. That's what they want. That's what Rollo teaches. That's what's in his book. The average number of partners per the CDC for a woman is 4. That's not Christians, not conservatives, not people to go to church. It's 4. So, first of all, we're just trying to get you to understand and open up your horizon that there are young women out there that love Jesus, that are virgins, that are attractive, and that aren't trying that aren't trying to chase being a boss babe.
My brother, my wife is bad.
Yeah, so
she's sinful.
Yeah, and by the way, Zakir, I'm not even saying that all women that are not virgins of thoughts. That's not the argument.
Yeah,
that's not the argument. Don't take what I'm saying and conflate it with something that I'm not saying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, as a man, if you are promiscuous, you are more than likely going to attract women with similar values that are promiscuous. Okay, and this is 2 guys here, and I could give you examples of dozens of guys we all know.
It's not even a joke.
Yeah, like off rip. I got 6 in my head off rip right now, ready to go.
Yeah. I have 15.
Okay, I have 17. What's up, Zach? We can do this all day.
18.
I have 20.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there hope for guys in their late 30s?
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, that's crazy.
Chill.
I'm joking.
Go ahead, Zach.
I just feel like it's you. You know, like for multiple reasons, because I know people like this. They're like, I've never dated. Like, oh, I've just, I'm in my mid-20s, and it's just, and I'm like, but what are you doing to change it? And then they're like, oh, but I got on an app, but it just put me in a bad place emotionally about how I feel about myself. I was like, something's got to change.
Sure.
At some point, you got to start having conversations. So if you're 30, what's the problem?
Yeah.
I knew dudes in their 30s, late 30s, that are on some like, she needs to be 5'9", blonde, big boobs, and Christian dudes.
Yep.
Love the Lord. Yep. And I was like, that's not serving you, my brother.
Yes.
You could be having lots of sex
with
a 5'10" brunette. You could be having loads. You could be having loads of loads with a 5'10" brunette. But now you're 38, waiting for a 5'9" blonde.
Yeah, I got a lot of homies. It's like, bro, you have like a specific type that has nothing to do with what is going to help you grow as a human.
Nothing at all,
That's
brother.
going to help you love Jesus better. That's
Nothing at all.
Any of that, it's just like, this is how she's got to be. And it's like, bro, all right, you can have a type, but as long as you just want that type, you're going to have a certain type of life, my brother.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
100%. And so
you want a Jersey Shore type beat? Guess what? You're going to have a Jersey Shore type beat.
That being said, I've seen it duplicatable too much with people in their early 20s to say that this person drew a bad hand in their late 30s. Like, I just think that it's you. It's like, it's not
100%.
It's not how you look. It's not even your personality. It could be as little as you're just not putting yourself out there, as people say. You're not actually.
It also could be your personality. It could be your personality.
It could be, but like it could be that. But like, let's move with the idea that it's not, because that's just an enabler.
Yeah, it's not how you look. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
because I got my wife.
Let me say this: the women.
I still got acne. I'm 25.
The women here. The women here who are like, you're taking what we're saying and you're thinking that we're saying a woman doesn't have value if she's not a virgin. Okay. Please do not ascribe meaning to things that we're not saying. 1. 2, we are responding very specifically. Maybe you just pulled up and you're late. We're responding to a specific thing that Myron said about about women, all women, broad, hasty generalization about all women. And we're pointing to an example of 3 men that not only didn't deal with women who were toxic, but dealt with women who are faithful and were virgins. Hey, you want to see something kind of crazy? Over 75% of the people that watch this channel are not subscribe. Please consider subscribing and turning your bell notification on so that you don't miss anything we have going here. Okay? That is not to say that if you're not a virgin, you should just give up all hope. That's not what we're saying. So
Not at all.
we're addressing meninism. There's no need to hijack the conversation and take it into a direction about single moms and stuff we're not talking about. If you want us to talk about single moms, we can talk about that too. But it's important that you understand what we're saying and what we're not saying. Okay? Because what we're not saying is that, oh, if you had a boyfriend and you slipped up or whatever, you had two partners that it's done for you. That's not what we're talking about. We're saying, listen to me. We're rebuking Fresh and Fit, and you're taking it and saying that we're being harsh to women. We're not even talking to y'all right now. We're rebuking men.
Yeah, shut up.
And you're taking something and you're internalizing it. So we're not even talking to women right now. By the way, like 80% of the audience here is men. We're talking to men who are confused and indoctrinated with this sort of stuff. We're not talking to women right now. Play the clip again for context.
However, when half the equation of having a nuclear family doesn't necessarily prioritize a nuclear family, as a man, you got to make some adaptations, because if you do make a nuclear family with someone that isn't as interested in making a nuclear family with you, and they're rewarded for leaving that nuclear family through divorce courts, alimony, etc. As a guy, you got to kind of reassess how you want to move.
Okay, so did we all catch that? Do you guys understand what that does to young men's psyche? Do you understand that we have to rebuke that in the name of Jesus with practical testimonies? That it has nothing to do with an attack on single women or single mothers or any of that. Okay? We're speaking specifically about what Myron just said. And we're pointing to the reality that there's 3 men in here who love Jesus, have wives that love Jesus, and we're not what he just described. Okay? And so if you're offended by this, I don't understand why you're now choosing to be offended. This isn't about you. This is about what Myron said and rebuking that with real life, living, breathing people. Hey, this is a segment from our daily after party stream. Consider partnering with us online for as little as $5 a month to get access to these daily after party streams completely unedited. You'll also get access to our podcast as they are streamed live into the community before anyone else gets to see them, get to interact with our guests, get access to our private Discord server, and a discount code for our store for as little as $5 a month. Ultimately, that will help towards helping us continue contextualizing the gospel using media and podcast here on YouTube. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.